Hi guys, I'm Agarwal. You are watching my channel 52 Pixels. Let's get started. Hi guys, in this tutorial we are going to see how to use actions even more effectively using the batch and image processing methods. So basically, as we learned in the previous tutorial, what are actions? So basically we've seen that actions are like helping hand. So if you want to add a watermark or some text or some file to an image, and you just have a lot of options, like you have a lot of images to work with, so you don't want to be like doing it for every other image that you have to add the file, then reduce the size, then reduce the opacity, and then do the placement and do everything. So it's just a lengthy method. So for that we made a custom and we created an action yesterday which did all of this for us in just one click. So what it did was just um, do all the steps of placing the watermark, reducing the opacity, alignment, and then working with the image properly, just the way we directed it to work. But as you can see, what happens is that I'll just show you. So if I go to Windows and if I go to Action, this is my action watermark. I can just play, and as you can see, the watermark has been applied to the desired location and with desired size and opacity, of course. But as you can see, it creates a different layer of its own. So if we want to save it, we have to go to image, like we have to go to layer, flatten image, and then save the file. And it's just a lengthy process. So what if you want to do the same thing? What if you want to edit around 50 to 100 pictures? Would you be like going to each and every file, then playing the action, then flattening the image, and then saving? No, it would be a lengthy task once again. So to reduce that as well, what we can do is just first add the action of flattening the image in the watermark action. So for editing, what we can do is just go to the last layer, and using the last layer we can just tap on this record button, and then we can direct Photoshop that go to layer and flatten my image. So what will happen is the image will get flattened, and I can now click on stop. So as you can see, the action has been recorded as well. It shows the flattened image. Now if we try it on with some other image, I'll just show you with this one. So what if we try with this image? I can go to watermark and just tap on play. So as you can see, the watermark has been added, and then the image has gotten flat, like the image has become flattened once again. So it's now easy for me to just go to file and save. But again, would it be easy for you if you want to do the same thing for 50 files, that go to the file, go to action, tap on watermark, play the file, and then go to save? It's still a long process, right? So to do that in a short way, I can just unsave this for now. And yeah, so doing that in a short way, what we can do is just go to file, and here we have the option as, sorry, in the file, here we have the option as automate and script. So let's try for image processor first. So go to file and script. Here we have the first option called as image processor, and this window appears over here. So first steps says that select the images to process. So instead of selecting each and every image, what I'll do is I'll keep all those images in just one single folder. So I'll select a folder, I'll call that folder as pics, and then I can just click on OK. So as you can see, the pics folder is applied over here, it's selected. Now it's saying me that select the location to save the processed files. So for that, I'll save the location as, I don't want it in the same location, so I'll select a folder, and that folder would be watermark. So as you can see, the files from pics folder will get processed, and then all these processed images would get saved in the folder called as watermark. And I have said Photoshop that save all my images as a JPEG, and quality would be 12, that's the highest quality. And preferences is run action. Which action? Default action. And under default action we have the action called as watermark, which we just created, and we can now click on run. So it would open each and every image, it would flatten the image and save that image. So as you can see, the workload has reduced, and instead of going to each and every file and saving it, now all these images are saved automatically without any effort of mine. Now I can just show you these images. I can go to Photoshop folder, and inside the watermarks, as you can see, all these images are saved. So it's just not, there's nothing that I took as a personal effort. As you can see, all these images are saved just the perfectly and like in the perfect way as possible. And I didn't have to take any effort of going to each and every image and then saving it and then flattening and all that stuff. That is one trick. Another trick is just going to file once again and automate. It is called as batch. So it's the same thing. Overall, it's just the total same thing, just a slight difference. But again, I'll recommend going to the image processing. I find it easy. The action is default action, which is watermark. Source is folder. I'll choose the folder. I'll again go to desktop, my folder. And I'll select the pics folder. Again, this is the folder that is selected. Errors, stop for error, of course. Destination folder is, again, I'll choose that folder. Watermarks. Now I can select the folder and override action save as command, so we won't do that. Now document name would be, I can save any document name, but I can just keep it as a watermark for the time being. Extensions, so as you can see, if a file has the same name and there are various other files with the same name, there would be extension like let's say watermark 1, watermark A, watermark B, somewhat like that. So for that, we'll keep the extension as a 2-digit serial number, and I'll just put a dash over here. So as you can see, this is the name that would the file would be saved with. And I have other options as well over here with some extensions. So I'll keep the extension as not GIF, actually I want it to be JPG, but I guess that would be working well. So we don't need to work with that. And if I just click on OK, again all these files would get processed. It would ask me to save. I can click on OK, and same thing will happen for all these images. I can just for now just stop this file. So as you can see, batch processing is a good tool, but you have to always go and save the file differently, separately. You don't get the option to do the easy, like it's not the easy way as in image processing. So basically image processing does everything for you. It automatically saves and you don't have to press OK or do anything with the image. You just have to sit back, relax, and watch your files get saved one by one. So well, that's it for today guys. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you subscribe to 52 Pixels and tap on the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.